Hey guys, the Mr. Bad Guy here with Bob Ruv and Burn Pyro, and we're hopefully going to figure out how Borghast bomb works today.
Alright, you said my name first because I'm cool.
Yeah, it's favoritism, obviously.
I feel so sad now. Yeah, I'll just deploy some champs. Just don't scry.
Make sure that you only end up with, well, actually it doesn't matter, because we're not gonna do the Grim League's Treachery first, we're gonna do the Fire Blast. But Grim League's Treachery will do a cycle for every non-demon that is on the field, so just try not to go over 3 when we're doing that one.
Okay.
All things considered, the setup for this is not really expensive. I mean, if I wait 2 turns, I should be able to just Borghast Tinderbox.
Yeah.
Okay,
Honestly, I
so
don't even know how most of these mechanics work.
well, the torch I might as well explain for the people watching this. Basically, I'm just gonna reveal my Borghast right here. It has fire volatility, so when he takes fire damage, everything around him takes the same fire damage, and it has a 12 damage cap. So when you add Tinderbox into the equation, it gives him Fire Acolyte, right? So whenever something takes fire damage, he's gonna heal for 2. So when he heals for that 2 fire damage, the Torch ability makes him take 50% of what he healed in fire damage. So it's kind of like dark healing, but it deals fire damage to reduce it. And because Borghast takes that fire damage, which should be 1, because Acolyte is plus 2 HP and then Torch just damaged you for 1, he's gonna proc the fire volatility because he technically took fire damage.
And it creates a loop kind of thing.
Kinda. I mean, it's not infinite. It's just it stops later on. So we're gonna do Ember Wasp plus Fire Blast. Your train is at 118, so let's see how much this does. This is gonna be like our base damage right here. It was 6 from the spell, and then 9 from the discharge, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna open up my combat log so we can check this later. And there it is.
So yeah, it counts like an aura, just 70%. Or what is it? 30% less, yeah.
It's 50% less from spells, from charm resistance,
Yeah.
so the 6
Less
adds
from
up.
abilities. So the fire volatility only took 9 instead of 12. It's weird that if you hover over the ability, it only gives you range 1 around the wasp instead of range 2, which is kind of stupid. They should have
It's
just
really weird though, because that rounding is just really weird, because 30% of 12 is 3.6. So it rounds down even from 3.6.
Yeah, the rounding is pretty much, you gotta do it, you gotta test case by case for this stuff. So this time we got Tinderbox on the Borghast, and we got Torch, so your shrine took 15 damage last time. Let's see how much it does now. Bam. It should be just plus 1, I believe. See? Same as before, but this time he was healed from Torch, and then it did plus 1.
Yeah,
So
16 damage.
So now you're at minus 31 instead of minus 30. And now I'm trying to figure out what's next on the list. Oh, we kind of skipped one because I already have Torch. We didn't do just Tinder was plus fire blast, but
just sacrifice it and deploy another one.
you know, it doesn't matter because I don't think it. No, it doesn't do anything. Never mind. It doesn't matter if you have the tinderbox but no torch.
Yeah, it would just do the same amount of damage, except it was.
So next we gotta test the Borghast, but you know this wasp is kind of beaten down, so I'm just gonna sacrifice it and deploy a new one. There we go. And now we spam intern so I can get the other tinderbox back.
Yeah, I just put an Infernal out so I can transfer life use, so you don't really have to get
Nice.
wasp every 5 seconds.
Okay, so can you move the Infernal a bit? No, actually I can move. Let's see, I'll just move here and
Yeah.
wonder if I
so
should...
87 HP.
Should we test it without torch first?
It's just gonna do 1 damage extra, wouldn't it?
Never know.
Well, it's different now because I'm gonna use Borghast, so...
Oh yeah, well, just sacrifice it. You can spam enter.
Oh, I'm actually just running one, but you know, it doesn't matter. This is like the ideal scenario that you're going to see, so let's go for it. Just gonna spell spam a bit, get my spells back. And there we go. Now I'm gonna do the fire blast. Both of them have the tinderbox, and we got torch. And I'm not gonna flame charge, but this is kind of the ideal scenario that you want for your shrine nukes. You're at 87, and let's see how much damage you take.
You should have included banner perhaps, just to be sure. Like maybe your Borghast might die now. If you had a banner perhaps.
Oh, I have the war banner out. It's in my font. So now you.
Oh, it's on the other side. Okay, my bad.
You took 26 damage this time, so damage went up by
10. 10, because it was 16 the last time with the torch up.
Okay.
That's kind of weird.
No, I mean
would do way more.
I didn't flame charge, so it's, you know, a lot less than it should be. So I wonder, do you think you could?
It would have done 2 times almost. Well, no wait, I'm missing the first 6. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Just gonna open up the combat log and I'm gonna go through everything that I have right here, and then we can just go on. Let's just spam intern too. I want to make sure that we can review this in YouTube later on. And okay, done. Now let's just spam a bit and.
Well, so far it's been consistent.
Yeah. It gets kind of weird when you have the Grimlick's Treasury, and you're gonna see why later. So now here's another Borghast. I mean, Ember Wasp. And do you think the shrine would be able to just withstand 4 charges, or should I just do 2? What's the usual number of charges that Kane does?
At least 2. I don't know if he has 4 out of at all time.
I feel it's 2.
Yeah, 2 is a reasonable number. Reasonable. It seems something that you should be able to pull off easily, so it's a good number. Just need a. Okay, so 2 charges. There's a Borghast and Tinderbox. And you're at 61. Let's hope this doesn't end the game right there. I wonder if it's best to actually fire blast your Borghast or just
Do you think it matters? You could try
It should die sooner if you fire blast it. Does Kane fire blast his own Borghast or just the Ember Wasp?
I don't know. I haven't played Keen in months.
Wait, do you fire blast them both at once or individually?
I mean, I can drop the AoE so it hits both Borghast and Ember Wasp and the Shrine, and that is what I did last time.
Try like one at a time this time.
Okay, I'm just gonna hit the Ember Wasp this time. See how it goes. Whoa. Okay,
That's
so
pretty painful.
So that appears to be what he does.
yeah, you wanna get Borghast to live long enough. Okay.
I should have made like some BG with Tomb of Fate or so in it, or with like Tinkerers, Tomb Mason.
That's fine. We can just friendly quit and just restart the game. So I believe that was pretty much everything we had to just. I mean, went from 61 to 12, right?
Yeah.
So 49. Let's try again, but this time I'll fire blast Borghast and then just make sure.
That's with only 2 charges. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but you haven't seen anything. You haven't seen the actual damage output of Grim League's Treachery. I think it can level up full HP Shrine with 4 or 5 non-demons out. It's pretty crazy. Oh, this is a bad map. Well, it doesn't matter. So, okay, just spam in turn. See if I can just get the Ember Wasp soon.
Oh yeah, you just kind of walk up to my shrine there.
Okay, there it is. So, Ember Wasp, Torch. Might as well drop these guys too.
Raise the Fury. That's a great champ.
His ability is pretty interesting because he can actually stack it. So if you do fire damage, you get 4 Nora for every fire damage that anyone takes. It's pretty cool.
The only downside to him is that he's pretty much too costly to be really efficient.
He's really squishy though for a Sunderland unit, just 1 defense.
Yeah. Not that much HP either.
Okay, so I'm gonna drop my familiar now and just 2 charges, right? Okay, there's the tinderbox. Okay, so everything is set up. Just gonna flame chart twice. This time I'll hit both.
So last time you only hit Wasp and the Shrine.
Yeah.
And now you hit Shrine, Wasp.
Whoa.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
That
Oh,
doesn't make any sense.
actually, was that the same damage?
Yeah, it was 49, so it doesn't matter if you hit one or hit both.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
that was 49. What was your starting Shrine HP?
The usual 93, I think. It's because last time we started at 118, but if you check the shrine, it says mod minus 49.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, those are some pretty scary numbers. Okay, I guess we're done here. It doesn't matter what you fire blast. Friendly quit, and now we go into the really, really weird territory, which is
Fishy business.
Yeah, Grim League's Treachery. I don't know if Kane uses this, but it's kind of bizarre. I'm just gonna set up your Shrine HP Shrine, make sure we don't overkill it. And basically the way this works is For some reason, the spell will just keep going even if the Borghast dies. This is what makes this specific spell just different from anything else you can use, like Hailfire, Fire Blast, Draconic Pulsar, and what have you. So if you got eight non-demons, they will all take 2 fire damage. Well, 2 fire damage per every deep elf that you have out, and then Torch should do its thing. So for this example, I just need 3 non-demons.
Okay.
That should do. And I just need to have 1 deep elf, which is handy because then a fire soul torch. Wait a minute.
I guess illusions don't count.
I don't know.
Well, it's interesting to see either way. The illusions are weird.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out. But your shrine is totally going to just die if they do count. Let's see, Ember
Yeah.
was.
So
Oh, your illusion is not shadow spawned.
no.
Okay.
I'll just put Mars flag up.
Yeah, Illusion of Lies is kind of confusing to me. Because,
So do you want me to put them in an AoE of 2 or just leave them here?
Just clear the way on the left for the Ember Wasp. And what was that? What don't you get about the Illusion of Lies?
like sometimes, or at least in my experience, I've had a slag out of Illusion of Lies and I copied a long speed stammer.
Mm-hmm.
And the illusion only had invigorate. It didn't have drive, and it didn't have.
Yeah,
a basic
sometimes
attack.
they have like random abilities. Sometimes they have like heal champion 3 and nothing else.
Yeah, it's weird.
That is odd. I know that if you put something like Bracelet of Mirrors on Grimlick, and then he uses Deception, then none of the illusions will have Deflect. Or I don't know if it was Deflect or Spell Charged, but there was a way to tell him.
Well, now my illusion Ember Wasp has
Okay,
Sentry and stat bonus speed, and all my other illusions don't have anything. It's just weird.
wait, what is your Ember Wasp missing?
No, I'm just saying that my Ember Wasp, I can see stat bonus, speed, and sentry, and flight, and I don't see anything else on my other illusions, which is just weird how they work.
Okay, so I'm gonna do it now. And how many actual non-demons do you have? Just the Hanging Slag and the Rattle and the Overmind, right?
I've got 3, yeah.
Okay. These should be 3 damage, I believe. We'll see. And I want to make sure that I'm not forgetting anything. Well, I don't think I am, so there we go. Now the spell is going to execute everything at the same time. So first something takes fire damage. Wait, did I flame charge? Oh yeah, I did. No, wait.
Wait, so that drains so much time then?
Yeah, but I can just end my turn and it's gonna... And
Jesus.
it could do everything in
You're
your
like
turn.
playing your turn and you have to spend this much time on playing it. It's kind of stupid.
Okay, so that was just 3, right? Yeah, -3. You
Yeah.
took 1 damage for every non-demon, and that was just because they take 2 fire damage, and it seems like it ignored the illusions, which is nice. But anyway, they take 2 fire damage from Grimlick's Treasury because there's just 1 deep elf, and then the torch thing just happens. So that's the raw damage, just 3. Now let's enter. No, actually, I have another one I could do, but I'm running out of time, so I'm just gonna end it here. And now we can actually try just the raw damage for the Borghast Ember Wasp. And here's when it gets weird. Sometimes it does 2 loops and sometimes it does 3.
So now this is the first loop. Only 2. No. Wait, did you recast that spell? Is this
No, this is just one cast. It's what I told you. It executes everything at the same time, but it goes through every champion animation. So one of your guys takes damage, then there's 1 loop, and now you're down at minus 15, and you took 3 before, so
12
this
damage.
12 damage. From 3 champions, I guess we're just to assume that you took 4 for every champion, right?
Which is with 2 champs out. So they each did 2. So they each did 1 to the shrine, and then they fire aura each other, and then do another 2 damage. So it does make sense in a way.
Now, I wonder if these guys... Could you kill the Borghast? I just want to make sure that it's... well, actually,
Okay.
the HP doesn't matter. Never mind. I'm just gonna spell spam, get my spells back, and I'm gonna flame charge times 4, and we're gonna see that it doesn't matter what HP Borghast has. He's just gonna keep going with the fireball ability.
Even if it's like at minus 17 or stuff, he's just gonna keep on.
So just end turn so I can get the Grimleak's Treachery back. Okay, I got it. And I'm gonna flame charge twice
Okay.
because I don't want to risk killing the shrine. Or let's go, just so we can end up with our ridiculous overkill. I don't think you should die, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
So let's see. You're at 103.
Yep.
4 charges and Grimleak's Treachery. There we go. So there is 1 loop.
What the hell?
And that is 1 loop per non-demon. Okay?
Jesus.
So this is
this is
and it counts the non-demons on your side too, by the way. The one that caster.
Oh, wait. So Borghast doesn't die until the loop is finished, but Ember Wasp does, or did they just both die at the same time?
They actually that was the 3rd champion. I mean, it doesn't matter how much HP it had. It could have been 1, but because of the way Grimleak's Treachery works, it executes everything at the same time, but visually it's like it's going through each champion one at a time. It's kind of weird, but for some reason the Borghast and the Ember Wasp will live until the spell is done, just damaging every champion. It's gonna
Yeah, because it brought out minus 50 HP or stuff.
Yeah, and that was with 3 units, 3 non-demons. I could have deployed any non-demon I wanted, like these guys, and
Like spiders and stuff.
yeah, I think just another champion would have been enough to kill you.
Yeah, probably.
Last thing I wanna.
I took 80 damage now for 3 champs.
Yeah,
Which is kind of non-even.
that's pretty
Unless they
crazy.
couldn't finish the last loop or something.
Something I want to test right now. It's could you move in the hanging slag a bit, just closer?
Yeah, sure.
I want to shard it to just see if the Revere Akakios will make Nora of that. So there's Akakios. I'll deploy a Cave Runner and I'll hit you. I will make 2 Nora from this. And now I should make 2 next turn from Chard. Okay, so it doesn't work with Chard.
Yeah, that's what it says in the ability, right?
But does it work with torch? Wait, does it say there? Rear calculus. Oh yeah, this does not include damage from char. Total overlook. But the other thing I wanted to test was if it works with torch, because you know torch is fire damage, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just let me deploy Infernal and I'll just heal something.
Yeah, just leave a big champion cluster in there in the middle, and I'll firebomb them.
Okay.
See how much Nora I
Okay,
can
so
make.
I'm going to use Transfer Life now.
Okay.
So we should take some damage now.
Yeah, I made 2 Nora from that.
Yeah? Okay, so it does work with Torch. I'll just put a bunch of champs in the middle. Go, illusions. No idea if it works on illusion, but we'll see right now.
I'm gonna use Ember Wasp. I'll run it up into the mill and oh. I guess the real question is, does it work with fire volatility? Because if it does, then you can just do a Borghast and we'll see. So which are the real ones? Just your Rattleslag? Let's see. From this, one attack.
I was at 54
Oh.
HP, by the way.
Okay, I just made, I don't know, I made like 20 Nora.
20 Nora exactly?
No, more
So-
probably. We'll see.
So it also worked in all the summons. The
Um,
illusion, sorry.
I don't know. I can check by just moving into the
I don't think it did. It probably would have made more Nora if it did.
the Borghast and Wasp. Let's see. I went from 238 to 242. So
Okay, I'm gonna deploy some new champs. Oh.
this could be a ridiculous overkill if I just do. Let's see. I'm at 320. So there's a Flame Nova. 330. Huh. Okay, so it seems like it works with Torch, but it just doesn't work with Fire Volatility, because that would be pretty crazy. I mean, all those ones you're taking,
Yeah? They don't work.
wait, that's odd, because you're healing from Oostrap, but it doesn't seem like Torch is working on that. Maybe it's because it does 50% for one and then it runs down. Was it running down before, Matt? When you said it was like 13 or something?
But it was 12 damage. It rounded down 3.6 to 3.
Okay, so I'm guessing when you heal for one, Torch just doesn't work. It needs to be a minimum of 2, probably. And
Step was 2 though.
Are you sure it needs to be 2 damage? Because it doesn't say anywhere that it needs to be 2 damage.
well, I don't know, but
a 2 HP heal.
you healed for a lot there, so your guys were taking 1 fire damage from Torch. We all saw that. Let me check the log. Yeah, it says Oozing Slag takes 1 fire damage. Deep Cave Excavator takes 1 damage, and there's a bunch of takes 1 damage in my log, and I only gained 10 Nora. I went from 320 to 330, so that was only 5 procs, and I'm seeing more than 10 right here.
Yeah, so it only worked for the initial Fire Nova, for those 5 champs.
Probably. That's kind of weird.
It would be nerf worthy either way, if it did.
Yeah, I guess. And oh, by the way, get this. Pillars of the Flame is not actually fire damage. Check it out. I'm gonna hit your Deep Cave Excavator. Oh, I hit another thing. My client lagged.
Oh man.
Okay, so I'm just gonna cast Hurry and
let's deploy some more stuff.
just spam and turn so I can get my runes back.
Okay. Oh, nearly killed my own shrine scene. Yeah, this takes up a lot of time.
Yeah, you should see Grimlick's Treasury when you just don't bother with your turn and just end.
This could be a lock PG, like if you make a ton of passive damage champs and some kind of psychic deck and then just included like these gimmicks, then you could basically just time lock them.
Sixel does have Fireball utility.
And if you put in like, you've got normal stuff, some aura champs.
Sixel with Tinderbox would be hella scary 1v1 because he'd have Fire Aura 3, that's 6 damage, then 6 from Ping, and you can take 8 from the lava. It's just a lot of passive damage.
And you use, what's it, Flame Siphon on yourself?
Oh yeah, you can do that and you gain 15 Nora. Either way, just let's keep spamming in turn. There's my Wasp. So all those are real, right? The ones around CN?
Yeah, those are all real except for that Borghastest, obviously. So you're in the area of 5 champs now. 6.
So yeah, this is gonna be another ridiculous overkill. So let's go. I don't think the numbers matter right now, just because I already checked the log last time. So I'm just gonna end my turn so you can see how it looks when you just click end turn right away.
Okay.
So just everything dies. Did you get the numbers on those? Like the overkill?
That was worth saying.
Okay, so we got that for
nuts.
posterity. And it's not really that great a setup, especially because when you got the Infamiliar, you can just doom the real one. And let's see, I got 952. So I'm gonna doom the real one, and we'll see how much Nora I actually gain from this. I'm at
Big globe too.
that's odd. Well, okay. Now I'm at 997. Huh.
So you made a good 45 Nora out of it. 52. Nice.
Yeah, so and you can just sacrifice anything else you have on the board, so it's not really a lot of setup. Let's see. That was like plus 14 Nora, I think.
Plus 14. Huh.
It's because I have 2 priests, so every fire
What?
damage is actually 4. No wait,
It stacks.
so-
That's cool.
it was 12 I think.
Okay, cool.
Should've been-
Cool beans.
I don't
So
know.
now you should-
We'll see when I upload this. So
Well, actually, if it works with torch, it should have been more. Because they have fire up north.
yeah, we'll see when the video's up, but
Now you should have made another couple.
I just made 4, oddly enough. I went from 930 to 34. It seems to be really picky.
That's weird. You only made 4.
Yeah, I only made 4. I have it on video, I'm not making it up.
So it means it probably doesn't stack. So
Then
then again,
the damage to
Let
the
me
slag
actually
will
read
point-
the ability. While Kakius is in play, whenever a champion takes fire damage, this champion generates 2 Nora. Oh, okay. So maybe it's just once per turn for the same champion, or maybe it just does.
Maybe it doesn't count champs already engulfs in flame. Because I think it like only counted the slag overmine. And then just do champs, do 2 damage to the overmine. We can just try it without the voltaic slag there, not with overmine there, and just have 2 champs next to each other, and then flamethrower again. And then
Okay.
you'll see-
See if I gain 0 Nora.
yeah.
Okay, so I need.
If you don't Nora now, then
Okay, so this should be plus 8. I'm at 1174. Okay, so that was plus 8.
+8. And now when you enter,
And I gained 0.
yeah. So it doesn't count champs that are already engulfed in flame.
That's something really
But they
sneaky.
do take damage, so it's weird that that doesn't work.
Yeah.
it's also weird that you didn't get healed from fire acolyte.
Oh, you know, it might. Let's see. Inflamed. At the end of your turn, this unit deals 6 fire damage to each champion. Okay. So it might be loss of life, for all we know. I mean, that's what I was talking about. If I cast Pillars of the Flame right now, I don't think I'm gonna make any Nora from the Revere Kagius ability, because last I checked, it doesn't proc Fire Acolyte either. I'm gonna show you.
Well then, have you got any impervious champ or immunity fire champ out? Because if it's loss of life, put your Nefari torch like next to one of my champs when you do it, and then when she doesn't take damage, we know it's fire damage and it's just a bug.
Okay.
Like put her next to my king slag. I'll just put him here. Like if you just put her next to him and then flame again, then we will know.
Sounds good.
Discovering bugs while doing things, doing weird stuff. Okay. So let's see.
I can do it now, and okay, this is plus 8. Plus 4, sorry. Yeah, there we go. Plus 4. And nope, it is fire damage. It just.
Yeah. So it's bugged in some way.
I'm gonna do the Pillars of the Flame right now on your Slag Obermine, just to see if it is in fact bugged.
Okay.
Because I think this is not fire damage either, or it's just fire damage, but it's an exception. So let's see. Oh, okay. So it did work.
That's weird.
Yeah, especially because I used it earlier in single player and it didn't count as fire damage for some reason.
And if you use Annihilate now, how much Nora do you get? Because you should get 16.
Yeah, it should be 4 per champion, so I'm at 1506. I'm gonna be at 1522. Yeah, that's consistent. I'm there.
Okay. So it's just the flamethrower thing then.
Yeah, but I'm not getting Nora from the torch now.
So torch just never works. Because it didn't seem like it worked before either.
Yeah, I mean, I would be getting a buttload of Nora just from the Revera Cacios, which is pretty much Fire Acolyte. Oh wait, it is actually Fire Acolyte. Okay, so yeah, I would be just getting a lot more Nora. And I guess this concludes the video, and I'll upload it later and see what we can find out with the numbers. Thank you guys for helping out.
That's really contributed a lot to